Hello, this is Alexander Dorr for aetutsplus.com, and today we're going to take a look at this cool Apple face effect. Okay, so you see here's an apple I filmed in my living room, and there are two eyes in it and a mouth. And the cam wiggles a little bit, and the eyes and the mouth are moving with the apple. And also here is a little reflection, and I color corrected this and I tracked the footage. So today we are going to take a look how this was made. First, I shoot this footage with an Sony EX3, and I've imported the MPEG-4 files into After Effects. So there's one file with an apple, with just an apple, and there's one file that shows someone that is playing with his eyes and his mouth and making some crazy things. And with these two files, we'll build this cool scene. First, I'm going to create a new comp, HDTV 1920 against 1080. And I think, maybe we'll make it 10 seconds long, that's enough. And then I'm going to import my footage with the apple, and I'm going to track a thing of the apple. I think it's enough if we just track the position. Or yes, we can track also the rotation. So I'm going to Window and here to Tracker. Select this and go to Track Motion. And then we're going to create a new layer, new null object, and we name this Tracker. Okay. Yes, and now we're going to track the motion. Zoom in a bit, and I think that's good. Yes, select this, track rotation. No, we just need to track the position, and going to select a good point here. Something like this. Hope it is good, it's right, and let's track forward. Okay, so we don't need the end. I think 7 seconds are enough, but let's check if the tracker goes right. Yes. Here is a little problem. The tracker wiggles a little bit. But I think that's okay. We don't see that. And now we are going to shorten our composition, or we can make this later. We're going to click Apply, X and Y. And first make sure that your motion target is set to tracker. Then going to apply X and Y, okay. And now here's our tracking data, and our null object follows the apple. Okay, next, I take this footage and drag it into a new composition. And now we have to cut out our eyes and my mouth, and yes. And the problem is the EX3 don't the focus of the EX3 don't work really well, but I think we can test it. So first do please this layer 3. No, we'll just make it with 1. Go to this pen tool here, and first we're going to cut out here the left eye. You don't have to cut out it's perfect, but it should be a good yes. Okay. It's good, maybe. Okay. Maybe bring it up a little bit here. Okay, good. And now I can hit M to come to the mask, and I'm gonna feather the mask to maybe 40. 40 is good. Yes. 20, 30. Yes. It's not so hard on the edges. And now I'm going to deplete this layer, string D, 3 times, or just 2 times for now. Go into the mask options, and I'm going to drag this. First, I'm going to shut this mask off, and then I'm going to drag this mask to my right eye. Okay, so now it's on my right eye, and I have to adjust it a little bit. Of course, you can really drag and draw a new mask because it don't take so many time, but for now this is okay. And now I'm going to set this mask to add and feather it out a little bit. I think we can make it a little bit bigger. Mask expansion. Maybe set the mask expansion to 8 and then feather it out 20 pixels or 30. Bring that down to 60. You have to play around a little bit until you have the perfect setup for your own eyes and for your own for your own eyes and for your own mouth. And for the mouth, I'm gonna drag this footage in again. Shut this off for the moment. Zoom in, and we take the pen tool and mask the mouth out. As we see here, we just delete this part of the mouth and nothing around it. Okay, so let's get started. A little bit more here, maybe. Okay, that's good. Maybe make this a little bit more. think can delete this mask and do it again until it's perfect. Okay, that's better. You'll see. Okay, fit this, or maybe bring it up to 100%, and we're going to feather this mask out to 2, and I think 40 is good, and expand the mask a little bit. 7, and that's good. That's our mouth. Yes. Let's adjust the mask another time. It's really important that the mask is perfect, because it looks bad if the mask is bad. So now we go to our comp, our track comp. I call it comp 1, and import our other comp. So let's call this eyes and mouth, and call this maybe apple tracking. Okay, so we're going to import our eyes and mouth comp to our tracking comp, and let's adjust this a little bit. Okay, we have to shut on these 2 layers. And as you see now, it's a little bit too big. And to fix this, click S or go to transform scale, and we'll scale this down a little bit. And you see now our eyes aren't perfect here. The place between our eyes and our mouth is too big, so we're gonna select our 2 eyes and move them down a little bit, and that's looking good. Maybe move it down a little bit more. Okay, scale it up. It really looks good. Maybe 71 or 70. $65 should work well. Yes, good. Perfect. So now, yes, maybe we can scale this up a little bit more. Maybe 69. You have to really play around with this settings to get the perfect result. And now we've imported our face, eyes and mouth composition. And you will see this eye here is a little bit darker than this eye here. And now we have 2 options. First, we can make this eye more dark and the mouth too. Or we will make this eye brighter. To do this, go to color correction, effect, color correction, curves, and we'll brighten this a little bit up. Not too much, but a little bit. Shut this off. Okay, better. So now it's a better result for our apple. And the only problem you may have noticed, I'll make this more down. Not so much. Okay, perfect. The only thing you may have seen is there's a reflection of the apple on this table here, on this wood table, and we have to reflect the eyes and the mouth too. To do this, click string. If you want to do any color correction, it's better to do this now, because we can duplicate the color correction too. And I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna import the curves effect and add a little bit more green, so it looks natural. But here on the edges there are a little bit too blue. Yes, now it's perfect. Really good. But there's something like a shadow here. No, it's really good. It fixes with the apple. And now we can copy this by clicking string D or edit, duplicate. And we're gonna make this 3D. And before we go on, we're going to parent this with the tracker and this also. So now go to P position and also to the orientation. And first we're gonna set here 180 and here 187. Okay. Has to line up perfectly. So maybe bring this here and yes, I think 179 is a perfect choice. It's a really good choice. And yes, bring this down here a little bit and bring the opacity down to let's see, maybe 74%. Really good. And now import, let's go to the effects and presets browser and type in linear wipe. Yes, transition linear wipe. Import this, apply it here. Change this to 180. Okay. And feather it out. So that it gives it, that it gives it a natural look. Okay, I think this looks pretty good. And if we now play back, there's a little problem because I'm doing some things with my mouth and the mask don't follows the mouth. And that's of course a problem. So we go back into the eyes and mouth comp. Go into the mouth mask. We can name these mouth. Of course you can do this, you can use one footage layer in After Effects for each of these masks, but then you can't color correct every of these things here of the eye and the mouth by itself. So I like this way. Click M, it brings up the mask and the mask path. And click here because maybe we need the mask expansion, but for now I think the mask path is enough. Let's go on. No, here it's okay. Yes. Okay, so let's animate it. Bring up the mask. And really, it takes some time if you animate this good, or you have to define for yourself how you want to animate this mask. For now, I'm going to animate it a little bit good, but not perfectly. Okay, let's see. Select the mask. Go down. Bring this down a little bit, and this too. Not so much. Now it's good. Here it's a little bit too much, too fast. Okay. Really good. And now it moves up again, and we can copy this keyframe and paste it here, and then adjust the mask. Yes, maybe we can keyframe the mask expansion from here to here. Set it now to 9. Here the mask is too fast, so we're gonna move it down a little bit and bring it in here a little bit. Okay. Let's from this. Of course, if you have faster moves in your animation, you can track a point in your mouth. For example, this here, this a little bit, maybe this, and then link the mask to your to the point in your mouth. But for now, this is enough, and you see the mask works really good. But we have to move this up a little bit, and then you have to move this down. That looks naturally. Yes. And don't forget to adjust your transition here, new, that it fits. Okay, really good. Yes, of course, you can color correct every one of them by itself, but for now that's enough. And what we can do is we can bring the here in our reflection, we can bring the blue a little bit down, or what we can do too is we can bring the whole RGB channel down, or up. No, down. Down is better. A little bit, just a little bit. Okay, now it looks more reflected because it hasn't got so much colors, and yes, it's simply perfect, I think. But I've seen a little problem here. Yes, here it moves, but the apple don't move. A little problem in our tracker. We can fix that. You can fix that. Because my little problem was I've put it in whites. And white lens on my Sony EX3, but I had to put a macro lens on my Sony I'm sorry about that, because but I hadn't got a macro lens at this point of time. So I'm sorry about that. It's a little bit heavy to track this, but I think you will have fun with this cool effect, with this Apple face effect, and I hope you had fun with this tutorial. Goodbye. My name was Alexander Dor for AETuts Plus.